In this video, I'm about to break down my favorite defense in Madden 23 that's going to allow you to get easy pressure, play lockdown coverage, stop the run, all with easy setups. Looking for Madden 23 Ultimate Team coins? AOEAH.com is the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market. Click the link in the description and use coupon code SPORTS for 3% off your order. Yo, YouTube, what is up? It's your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com with another fire Madden 23 tip video, guys. A lot of people think that a lot of the best blitzes in the game are recently patched, but I'm about to show you guys in this video that is not true. I have an absolute screamer that gets crazy pressure while still allowing you guys to play really good coverage and stop the run. So I personally have been using the 4-6 playbook on defense, and I want to look at this dollar formation. Now, there's a few different plays I like to use. If you guys have been seeing my gameplays lately, you've been seeing some of the plays I use. But this time, we're going to be focusing on a different play. So with our coaching adjustments, we're going to want to have our auto flip off. We're going to put our auto alignment on default. And we're going to go ahead and keep our zone drops on default for the first part of this video. But in the second part, I will break down how you could use this defense with zone drops. So I want to look at this cover 4 drop contain, show you guys how you can get looping pressure from your defensive ends and also get edge pressure from DBs at the same time. So guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how this will work against multiple formations, tight formations, bunch formations, spread formations. I'm going to show you guys how it will work against different protection schemes from blocking a running back to even play action. And then lastly, I'm going to show you guys some coverage adjustments you can make to this blitz to stop a lot of the popular route combos you see online. So make sure you don't skip ahead. Make sure you watch the whole video so you don't miss out on important information. So first things first, we're going to get into this setup. I'm just going to move the ball back a little bit on offense. And I do want to remind you guys that I do free Madden 23 tip videos and gameplays on a daily basis on my channel. So if you want more content like this, just subscribe, like the video, comment, everything like that will help me out a lot as a content creator. So the setup is actually extremely simple. First of all, I go ahead and press my coverage. To do that, I just hit the coverage audible, triangle or Y, and then down on the left analog stick. It's going to bring my DBs up. The next thing I do is I make sure I slant my defensive line to the inside. To do that, you hit left on the D-pad and then down on the right analog stick. The key here is you need to see that this D-tackle has this double blitz angle. You see how he has an angle going left and right of the center? That's when you know if you've done this right. Sometimes this game is fluky with the adjustments, and you might need to do this once or twice to make sure it registers. The last thing you're going to do that's necessary for this blitz is to go ahead and blitz the left slot corner. You could do that by either just clicking on him and then hitting X and down on the right analog stick, or you could use your quick adjustments, which is what I like to do, and I just hit triangle, L1, and then down, right? That's the same way you could do it, and you don't have to be clicked on him to do it that way. Last thing is QB contain, which is either R1, R1, or RB, RB. Very easy setup. I was just doing it slowly there so the newer players could, understand, but it's very easy to do. So this is actually my favorite defense to use against any sort of tight formation, because when you are playing against tight formation, these slot corners are already right next to the DNs. So when you QB contain on the left of screen, this slot corner on the left is already going to be on the contain. Now, if you're going up against a formation where he wasn't on the contain, maybe spread, which I'll show you guys in a second, and now you guys can see like he's more kind of like out in the slot. He's not going to be on the contain, so you just might need to move him in a yard or two to make sure he gets on the contain. So we're going to go ahead and look at how this blitz works. Now, alternatively, you could do other coverage adjustments, like just put this linebacker in a curl flat so that the flats are guarded. Move the safeties up in the box, play it inside third by one of the safeties so he guards the middle better in the cover 4. Lots of things you could do, but we're going to be responsible for this middle of the field. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this blitz works. It's a very easy setup, and what you're going to notice is that left of screen defensive end is going to come around that edge completely untouched for the sack. That is an extremely fast blitz, as you guys are going to see on the replay. What ends up happening is the tackle goes to block the DB on the contain, and he kind of passes him off to the guard, but by the time he does that, that defensive end is already coming around the screen completely free. So you do want to have a fast D end, obviously, on that left of screen because he'll be coming free, but you don't need any specific D-line abilities to make this work. As far as secondary abilities, I just make sure I have deep out zone, knockout abilities on my outside corners and safeties. Anything else past that's up to you. You don't even need that. That's just to make your coverage better. Now, one thing about this blitz, guys, is you'll notice that it works better even if they block the running back, like the running back's not going to pick it up. So again, guys, you can see the setup I have here. I'm going to do the same exact thing. And one thing I want to note is the last thing I do is I actually crash my defensive line down last and then QB contain. So basically what I'm doing is I press my coverage, I blitz the left slot corner, then I crash my defensive line down, and I make sure the D tackle has this double blitz angle, then I QB contain. So this is how it's going to look. Once again, guys, you're going to see I'm going to go to the same play and go ahead and block my running back, and you're going to see that defensive end still is going to come free, and the running back's not going to be able to pick him up. Looking to become a better Madden player and win more games? Check out sportsgamers.com. I built sportsgamers.com from the ground up to give you the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks, all at the best price, bar none. We have a VIP membership that gives you access to the entire site, every ebook and every tip we release all year long for only $24.99. Click the link in the description. I've also pinned it in the comments, and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. Now, the best way to kind of counter these types of blitzes is actually going to play action play. Now, I do want to show you guys that you can get extra pressure even if they do call play action pass play. When they call play action pass play, there's one additional adjustment that I like to use to make sure that I get the pressure home, and I'm just going to find a quick play action that we could run here. We could go ahead and run this PA receiver cross. It's play action, pretty easy setup. So again, we're going to just press our coverage, and if you think they're running play action, or maybe you just want additional pressure, all you're going to do additionally is blitz 5. So by doing that, again, we're still going to press our coverage. Now we're just going to blitz both of the slot corners like this. You guys can see both of the slot corners are blitzing. We crash our line down, slant them inside, we QB contain. Now past this, you can make whatever coverage adjustments you want. This guy right here is going to come free off the edge. We're just going to combo edge pressure. And you're going to look to guard the middle of the field yourself. So like here, if they were to do something like this, we would be just watching the middle. Now, if you are pretty sure they're running play action, it will be smart to pass commit, but you don't even need to do that. You guys are going to see here, somebody is coming free, whether it be through the gap or off the edge. You're going to get DB pressure, right? Now, a play action pass will be able to block that looping in. He's not going to come free anymore. However, one of, if not both of your DBs will, as you guys can see here, actually both of the DBs came up the gap. The running back was only able to block one. We were in there for the sack. So the other thing about this blitz you need to know is that it does work a bit differently if they're in a spread out offensive formation. Because like you can see here, when you press your coverage, your DBs are in the slot. They're not lined up next to the DNs like it was against a compressed tight formation. So when you see something like this, all you got to do is just slide the DBs in a little bit next to the DNs, and then everything else is the same. So at this point, like, I could blitz either one of the slot corners to make this blitz work. But normally in formations like this, I like to blitz opposite the running back. So here the running back's on the left. That means I'll blitz the slot corner on the right of the screen. So literally I just blitz him down, crash my defensive line down, and QB contain. Just when I do that, you just want to make sure that this guy is like right next to the defensive end. So the same thing, he's on the contain and not the defensive end. That's literally all you need to do, and that's going to allow that D end off the right of the screen to just loop around untouched, and again, we're in there for the sack. Obviously, you can set your coverage up however you want, but one of the things I like to do is what I'm about to show you guys now. So I'm going to do one of two things here. If I'm in, cover 4, one of the things I like to do to make this coverage even better is basically do a man-up system. So if this is going to make it a hybrid zone man situation. So like here, what I would do to do that would be very simple. Like if I'm going to go ahead and blitz opposite the running back, pretty much know who I need to guard. So like I'm going to use this guy right here. So that means that I'm going to man up this guy in the slot, man this guy up on the slot, then I'm going to man this guy up on the running back. So at this point, I have almost everybody manned up except for the 2 outside receivers, which I do have the 2 deep zones over there. So I could do something like this where I man up this guy with my safety, and then I could watch the one receiver, which would be 19, with my user. Like if he came over the middle, that'd be my responsibility. The reason why I really like playing a coverage like this is you get pretty much everybody's manned up across the board, but also you have deep zones. So if they try to attack the sidelines, your deep zones are there to help you out. That's one way that's really, really effective at stopping a lot of the popular route combos this year. Now, that time you guys see my DB actually came up the gap. That's kind of rare. Normally it's at the end, but obviously any sort of untouched pressure we will take. The biggest thing you need to worry about this year is probably corner routes, and this defense actually does a really good job of defending any sort of corner route. So the way I like to defend corner routes from cover 4 is very simple. If they're abusing me with corner routes, especially the streak corner on the short side of the field, I'm just going to go into my zone drops and I'm going to put my curl flats on 5 and my flats on 25. So if I come out in the same exact defense, and let's just go ahead and move the ball in the left hash so we can show a streak corner on the left side of the field, which is the short side, you're going to see my adjustments. So we're going to go ahead and set that up. Now I'm not even going to blitz here because I just want you guys to see how this would work if they actually had time to let it develop. So what I'm going to do if they're running a lot of blitzes at me is I'm still going to press my coverage and I'm still going to I still have the potential to blitz here. But on the short side of the screen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up my corner individually and put them in a flat zone. Now the way to do that is, first of all, to put them in a flat zone, you just hit coverage audible, and then quick adjust, which for me that's triangle, triangle. Then the DB's icon you want to put in the cloud flat, so for me that's the left of the screen, which is square, and then you press down on the left stick to put them in a cloud flat. Now after that, you just individually can back them up, and to do that you hit, again, coverage audible, which is, again, triangle Y, the individual button, and then the icon of the outside receiver of the side of the DB you want to move him back. So say I wanted to move the corner back individually on the right of the screen. Well, Keyshawn Johnson is the outside receiver over there, and his icon is circle. So I'd hit circle, and then I'd flick up on the right analog stick, and you guys see that backs him up. Now that might seem like a lot, but it's actually very quick once you get it down. Anyways, you don't have to blitz here. I don't even want to blitz because I just want to show you guys how having a backed up cloud flat at 25 yards will stop the corner streak combo, even on the short side of the field that's been abusing all year long. As you guys can see here, no longer does that DB give the corner out up. He just sits there and waits for it. He does not get affected by the streak, and because he's backed up in a cloud flat, he's able to react to the ball and get an easy interception. That is the best adjustment you can make against this, and it's very, very effective. They're not going to be able to complete that. Again, you can make this most effective by having that deep out zone knockout ability with pick artist on your outside DBs, so that even if they get a crazy aggressive catch animation, you'll at least knock it out, if not pick it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tip. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, show the love, and I'll be back soon with some more great Madden 23 content.